Hi and welcome back to Live and Breathe Horses. Today I would like to talk with one of my favourite subjects about the horse's expression. I mean, for me this is really an obsession, hence the name of the video, Expression Obsession. So there's 3 points I would like to talk about that today. I mean, it's a whole world. I could go on about this again and again and again, but just things that have been coming up recently. So one point is about having the right moment, when to reward, when to ask for more. The second point is about helping our horses stay out of trouble and do the right thing. And the third one is about working the horse in a healthy frame or outline. So the first one, I think when we're working our horses, we sometimes forget to pay attention to their expression. You know, we're so busy in the work we're doing, you know, we maybe watch them in the field and we're noticing. And there's a whole world around this, and there's a whole scientific evidence now with all the different facial expressions. So I would just like to point out before I say any more that for the purpose of this, it's enough just to say it's okay or it's not okay. You know, the expression's nice, it's all right, or it's a bit grumpy and it's not so nice, you know? And how can we make it better? Like Elsa Sinclair says, is it getting worse or is it getting better? So if we are paying attention to expression and we're working our horse, and something goes well, we can reward for that by rewarding, releasing, however we're letting our horse know that was what we wanted. But if we choose to do that when also the expression is soft, it makes a big difference. And equally, or even more importantly, when we're going to ask for more, that we don't ask on a moment when the horse was having a little release, a lick and chew, snorting, taking a breath, that you know that we notice where the horse is at before we ask more. So for me, this is a lifelong work, you know, working the horse and always paying attention to the expression. And of course, on the moment, we have to choose what was our number one thing we're going to reward for. And maybe the expression wasn't so nice, but we got the movement or something else. And that was what was more important on that moment. Or maybe with another horse in another situation, maybe we want to reward for a good expression, even if the thing we're asking wasn't all we wanted it to be. I hope that makes sense, you know. For me, this is such a big thing when I'm teaching students, you know, that we really try to keep coming back to checking where the horse is, because of course they'll always tell us how the work's going. So the second point, and the main reason, well, not the main reason, but why this came on me, I want to make this video now. I'm working with a student yesterday, and the horse they'd been having it's a new student I haven't taught before, and he'd been having terrible trouble with the horse openly rebelling, running off, rearing up, you know, actually fell off a few times. And so this point is about helping our horses stay out of trouble, because when this kind of stuff happens, you know, it's not the horse being mean or trying to get at the person in any way. It's because they're troubled. So if we can spot that, you know, so in with this horse, you know, as soon as he got on, you could see the horse get a bit tense. As soon as he asked something, the horse was ready to explode. So how can we wind back and notice as soon as the expression gets worried and do something at that point to help the horse stay out of trouble? And of course, the sooner we notice, the easier it is to make a difference for the horse. And at the end of the day, we're keeping ourselves safe, creating a happier relationship. And of course, most importantly here, and why this very quickly had a massive effect on this horse yesterday, is because the horse knows when we know. So by noticing he's in trouble, reacting, doing something, responding to make life better, and that he's like, oh my goodness, this human gets it that I'm upset or I'm worried, that makes such a huge difference to the horse. And then from there, we can really build a better relationship, you know. Even like if the horse is distracted, for example, and, you know, we're asking, we need to really wait for a change in expression, not just that they turn the head. If we're saying, hey, bring your focus over here, you know, that we actually get an ear flick, a change of expression, that their mind comes over to where we are. And the third thing was about working in a healthy frame. So like I said to this guy yesterday, you know, when we got the horse soft and relaxed and in a nice outline, ears forward, he was so happy just when the guy was like, you know, giving him a stroke, like reward him, reward him, reward him. And the horse just, and suddenly he was bouncing along. His head neck carriage was beautiful. He was engaged behind because with the nice expression, he was relaxed and happy and willing in his work. Whereas when they were trying to pull him into an outline and he's tense and he's worried, you know, the whole frame of the horse, there's tension, you know, it's in his emotions, it's in his thoughts, it's in his body, and this is going, apart from there's no real impulsion and flow, it's ultimately going to be very unhealthy for the horse's physical body. You know, if you're working and doing stuff, when you're all tense, you know, we've all done it, you know, bad tense and start working away and you very quickly get aching. Anyway, that's probably the obvious thing to point out. Anyway, so I hope you will join me in my obsession with expression, and yeah, just to be always taking that into account for our horse's sake, for our own sake, for the connection, for the relationship, for the love of the horses, and of course my big theme of giving them a voice, always trying more to see what's going on for the horse, what's going on for the horse. What's going on for my horse now? Are you going to fight with little Bing? What are you doing in there? Anyway, thank you very much for joining us today, and I look forward to see you next time. Keep on tuning into the light.